Hi, it's Kathy from Raven Vintage. Welcome back to my craft room. Come on in. I saved everybody a spot. And welcome back to 100 Ways to Use Scraps. Yesterday we played with some paint and I announced that we were going to do some doodling, and I got a little bit ahead of myself. I looked at the wrong project on the list. Actually, today number 52 is the washi tape collage. So I'm going to use my little glue book again. I did a little bit more painting last night. I painted a couple backgrounds, just a couple background sheets, and I did this here. I wanted to use that chicken so bad. This is what I was talking about using the marker. See, it's just not really my thing. I really wanted to use that little girl, but yeah, and this one stuck together. That's okay. These pieces can be used. I can tear those and use those in collage. I think I'll take these ones out. But let's find a spot to play today. I need to clean my desk. I'm not a really big washi tape guy. However, this to some people this might seem like a lot, and to others you might be like, oh, that's nothing. So I don't have a lot. So I have this tray here. I have a couple more rolls that are Christmas related that I have with my Christmas stuff, but really this is kind of it. And here, so this is actually cello tape, so ignore that. And then I have some stamps, like washi, kind of, they're like, look like postage stamps. These are beads, so ignore those. But really, from those containers there and right here and here, that's the extent of my washi tape. I don't have a lot. I really don't. I'll show you what I have. Just a few things. These are dollar store washis. I really love this color here, but these don't stick worth a tinker's toot. So those don't, they're pretty. I still use them. They need glue, but they need glue. But then again, with most washi tapes, I usually add a bead of glue underneath anyway, just because. And my favorite washi tape, I actually get at Staples. Here's one of the colors. Oh, it's this one. So see, it's Scotch brand. So I get these at Staples, and this is the strongest washi. I don't need to glue that one. So and this here, this kind of pink with gold, that's my favorite. As you can tell, I have multiple rolls of it. That's my favorite all-time washi tape. My favorite. I have some I bought from Amazon, some I bought at that private sale. But yes, you can see I'm not really a big washi tape guy. Some of this darker stuff with the blues and whatnot, I've had that since I started junk journaling like 6 years ago. So clearly I don't use this stuff much, but we're going to use it today. We're going to use it today. So let me see, if we were going to coordinate something, let's get out some pinks just for our first one. So I'll just use that one, and let's do a stripe. Perhaps we'll add that. And then we need some sort of offsetting color. Maybe, I'm just putting them side by side to see what I think here. Maybe a green would be a nice color to go with this. What do you think? My thing. Well, oh, here's a green. That's a perfect green right there, actually. Okay, how about those colors? Let's start with that. And then we'll do a neutral one after. And we're not going to get too crazy today. But for me, just to say once in a while that I do use washi, oops, that's tape. I would just do something exactly like we're going to do today. Just because. Okay, so I'm thinking I'll make 3 tags out of this. So I'm going to do my washi tape this direction. So that, let's see if it's going to fit. Line it up first. I'm not sure exactly what order I want here. Like this. Maybe the green and the pink. Yeah, it's going to fit, and it looks like I have a little bit room, so maybe I'll repeat that one there. I want to keep the line straight, and I want to use the line of the book. Or actually, I should start, in case that's crooked, let's actually start along here. Okay. There we go. Like that. And then we'll trim our ends off later. So we've used that one, and I guess I will just kind of smush out the glue there. And let's do this one. I forget what direction I said I was going here, but let's just do this. Oh, this one's not long enough. Oh, that's sad. Wrecking my color theme here. Let's try this one. See if there's enough there. Doesn't matter. I could have used bits and pieces. I could have went part way and then another one. But there's something just very satisfying about this, you know, just lining things up. And there we go. Without sticking my noggin right in there, it's trying to get it as close as possible. Ooh, I like how the text is kind of showing through there. That's neat. I like that. All right, let's do a stripe. There we go. Oh yeah, that is really cool. Look at the text showing through. That is good. I like it. Okay. And now maybe we'll do a solid green. Oh, it's got a little bit of gold or burgundy on it. That's kind of neat. Does anybody have those Amity Bloom washi tapes? They look beautiful. I've thought about ordering some, but then again, it's like, Kathy, you don't really use washi tape, so why would you? But they are pretty, really pretty. And I like what she does with all her washi tape videos, or how she uses her washi tape. I went to another dollar store today. It's a dollar store I had forgotten all about, truthfully. And if that doesn't quite make it right to the top, that's okay. We'll trim it. That's good there. It's inside the mall, one of the malls in the town next to me. And I went in there, and of course, it's like a privately owned. It doesn't appear to be a chain, a privately owned kind of dollar store. And they have different, what are they called? Dollar Stop. Maybe it is a chain, I don't know. But they have different products. And they do have a craft section, which I've only been in there a few times, and I didn't really recall them having much other than like kids coloring books and stuff. But now they have all kinds of stuff. Not all of it works for me. Like, it's not necessarily vintagey, but I went looking for doodle pens, and I found some. So, and then I got home and realized, oh, we're not doing doodles today. But I'll show you what I got in a second here. Okay, so that's very pretty. And then I'm just going to trim that off. There we go. And then some tags. So what is this? This measures about 7, so let's do 2.5. And a 2.5. And then, well, maybe 2.25. There. Enough for 3 tags. Very pretty. And then, of course, you can see how fun these would be to decorate, right? Cute. Cute little tag. I like that. So quick, so simple, so fast. If you were using washi tape in your journal and you wanted to pull a theme throughout, you could make a couple of tags or belly bands or something using the washi tapes that you've used throughout your journal and then assemble them in some sort of collage looking thing like this, just to pull that theme through your journal. Those are the kinds of things that make a junk journal feel themed, cohesive, like the story pulls through the entire journal. I think it's pretty easy, pretty quick, and not bad on a book page. I kind of like that. I like the flexibility of it. So that's one thing we can do. Okay, let's start with some neutrals and just do like an actual little collage. So I'm going to add a little glue first before I start this. So I thought I grabbed this. Now it was a little bit pricey, but it covers quite a bit. I will actually use some of this as a drawer liner, like a non-grip, like it's grippy. But I wondered if this pattern might be good for doing tea dyeing, to get some patterns on my paper. So I'm going to eventually attempt that. And then I grabbed a couple of these die cut stickers. They are clear, and I think maybe I could trim around them a little better. They have a bit of a border, but how fun. Those were $1.50. I grabbed some cream colored plain napkins. I thought I will pull those apart and see if the backing is also cream, but if I can thin those down to the top layer, that would be a nice overlay. You know how we use tea bags to vintageize something, as Cindy would say? I thought maybe these little napkins would be good. They're called Vanilla. Perfect. And then these were the pens I grabbed. So this is a white metallic marker, which I thought would be interesting. And then I grabbed a couple of fine point. I don't know what kind of quality these are going to be, but those are some markers, really fine point, because the ones I have, my micro pens, appear to be drying up. And then I have these just roller gel pens. I hope they work okay. So $1.50. Everything appears to, oh, this was $2.50. Okay, so now you might not need to glue with your washi. Just, I know my washi tape's really old because I hardly ever buy it. Like hardly ever. Okay, so I'm just going to seriously collage like we would. Let's see direction we are going here. And the text is going to show through, and that's going to be cool. I think this one's actually a sticker here. I tried a few things and I ended up covering the collage, and that's not my intent. So another thing to do with something like this would be to cut out shapes using your collage. So a bird, a tree, a house, just simple shapes. Let me find something that I can trace on the back, and then we will cut it out and I'll show you what I mean. So if you have a coloring book, or maybe you could just draw, not me, a coloring book or some sort of outline you can use. I kind of like this little bird, and I like this little bird. Let's see who fits. I think this guy. Okay. So working from the back, you can kind of take a look where you think it might look the best on your sheet. Actually, he just kind of looks nice on top of that, doesn't he? Also, maybe we'll do both. Maybe we'll do both. Where does he look the best? Down here like that? Okay. Then I will trace him up here. Sure he fits. Might have to do a little bit of an angle to get him to fit. That's fine. And a pencil. So I'm just going to put a little stickum, just a little stickum, just so he stays in the same place. There we go. You know, yep, looks good. Okay, just enough stickum to stick them, and then trim that out. You know what would be really cute is a little row of houses. You know those little wobbly houses? That would be really cute. Just trying to think of I think that would be cute on a page in a journal. So I'm just doing little bird feet here, kind of making it up as I go along. Okay, there you go. That's really cute. I'm gonna link him up a little. Okay, so he's facing this way, and then this guy, if I glue him down, will actually be facing the other way, which is fine. So just lay your washi tapes out and then audition them for what's going to look nice together. And you can just do line by line by line, and then you can cut your shapes, your tags, your journal cards, whatever, belly bands, whatever you are looking to do. And then let's get this guy on here wherever he fits. Looks good. Might as well use it, right? Might as well. There we go. And then perhaps we could do some sort of a really wide, what was it called? Kiss cut? There we go. That would be a cute little pocket, wouldn't it? And then where'd our bird go? Oh, here he is. That's so cute. I love it. Okay, let's get these in our book. Let's clean up our mess, and then we'll get these in our book. So I had one more thought as I was cleaning up. So we have these to make into tags, and we can, of course, you know, further embellish those, or belly bands, or whatever you have. And then we have that we made. We have this little bird that we made, and then we have these leftovers. So you could keep these, and you could use these as, like, cut these into, like what I would do, probably. Either get your little circle punches out. Let's do a couple things, actually. Let's see if this will cut through the washi. And we want to try to get the effect of the collage going here. Oh, yep, that worked. So that's a cute little button you could use somewhere. So that's one idea. Another idea would be to keep these as page tabs. If you don't have one of these, then you could just find one, like a file folder or whatever, and trace it. But these would be great as, what you think? We could do a few of these. I mean, let's not waste this part, right? What can I get out of this one? I think I can get 2 of those. And then let's see what we can get out of this one. There, that's enough for 3 signatures right there. And then with the even smaller bits, we have, I don't know if you have one of these or not, but if I can get it lined up right. Will that work? No, I didn't line it up right. Just be right in there. I wish you could see with this one, you can't, so. No, that didn't work. One last chance here. Just drop it in. Yep, that worked. So that's neat. Maybe get one here. Yep, like that. Those are cute too. So now I don't feel bad about throwing this little business away, and I've made a few more pieces of it. Just a little bonus idea. Just this is a fun thing to do while sitting and watching videos because it's so simple. Just sit and make yourself a bunch of reinforcements and with your scraps. They're pretty. And let's just add one to one of our tags. So there, I like that reinforcement. So ink the edges a little bit. This is just made out of paper, but another good use of our scraps, right? Reason to have a precision bottle. Love them. There, that's cute, right? And you could put one on the back as well. But how sweet is that? Very cute. Hanging out in the tree. I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much for crafting along with me. I'm going to make some more reinforcements, and I'm going to add these things to my shoebox, and I'm going to practice doodling for tomorrow. All right, well, you take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.